In the rolling plains of Prussia, a man was born who would reshape the map of Europe through sheer force of will, Otto von Bismarck. The Schernhausen manor was his cradle, but the young Otto was far from a disciplined aristocrat. He was known as the Mad Junker. His youth was a whirlwind of drinking bouts, restless energy, and a reputation for brilliance masked by a wild, unpredictable temperament. But the revolutions of 1848 changed everything. As chaos gripped Berlin, Bismarck found his purpose in defending the absolute power of the Prussian crown. He emerged as a staunch conservative, a man who believed that the monarchy was the only foundation for a strong and stable state. By 1862, Prussia was in crisis. King Wilhelm I was locked in a bitter struggle with Parliament over military spending. Desperate, the king summoned Bismarck. He was appointed minister-president, tasked with breaking the deadlock and asserting the king's authority, standing before the budget committee. Bismarck delivered the words that would define his legacy and the future of Germany, the Great. Questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions, but by iron and blood. His vision was clear. Prussia must lead. The first step was the Second Schleswig War against Denmark in 1864. Victory was swift, but Bismarck's true target was Austria. He sought to end their dominance over the German states forever in 1866. The Austro-Prussian War erupted at the Battle of Knigritz. Prussian technological superiority was on full display. Prussian telegraphs and railroads allowed for unprecedented coordination, crushing the Austrian forces in just 7 weeks now. Only France and Napoleon III stood in the way of a unified German empire under Prussia. Leadership with the clever deception of the EMS dispatch. Bismarck goaded France into declaring war, uniting the German states in a common cause. The Franco-Prussian War was a catastrophe for France. At Sedan, Napoleon III was captured, and the French army collapsed. Paris was besieged as the city starved. The final pieces of Bismarck's grand design fell into place January 18th. 1871, in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles, the German Empire was proclaimed. Bismarck stood center stage as King Wilhelm I became the first German emperor. The dream of unification was realized, a cinematic montage of flags from Bavaria, Saxony, and Prussia merging into the new black-white-red tricolor of the empire as Chancellor. Bismarck's genius turned to domestic stability. He pioneered the world's first modern welfare. State, healthcare, accident insurance, and old-age pensions were introduced not out of idealism, but to outmaneuver the rising socialist movement. In foreign policy, he became the honest broker, maintaining a delicate balance of power to keep peace in Europe. His complex web of alliances, like the reinsurance treaty, was designed to keep France isolated and Germany secure. But the era of the Iron Chancellor was coming to an end. In 1888, the young and impulsive Kaiser Wilhelm II took the throne. The two men clashed in 1890. The man who had built the empire was forced to resign. He retired to his estate at Friedrichsruh, becoming the old man of the Saxon Wald, a legend in his own time. Otto von Bismarck left behind a unified nation and a legacy of realpolitik that still echoes through modern history. He was the architect of an era, a man of iron who believed that power, used wisely, could build a future for his people.